I've taken on the task to find out which AI is better at writing game code. So I've created a Dodgeball game for the AIs to go against each other in an all-out 5v5 double elimination tournament. The AIs had to write their own code, come up with the best strategy and outsmart each other to prove who's the best. But the AI can't just play the game. We need to teach them the rules, ask them to write their code, and then battle them in a tournament to crown the winner. This isn't just Dodgeball, it's 3 games in one with 2 teams of 5 agents each racing for 100% resources. They will be competing in control point, capture the flag, and of course the combat is going to be Dodgeball. And all these will be played at the same time. Each agent gets a total of 20 skill points that can be spent across vision, speed, projectile range, reload time, and reduced dodge cooldown. Plus a random chance of getting a 20-second speed buff or debuff by consuming a mushroom. So each AI have to code agents that can juggle 3 different game modes while optimizing their stats perfectly. Therefore we need to make sure that all the AIs know the rules of the game so that they have an even playing field. Let me explain how we're going to teach the AI how to play the game. I'll create 2 documents, one with the game's API and one with the game rules. Then I'll give both documents to the AI so that I can prompt it to write the code for a team of 5 agents. Finally, we'll load the code into the game so that it can spawn the AI controlled agents. Next we'll take a look at the instructions I gave to the AI and which AI models we will be using. This is the prompt that I'll be using to make the AI write their code. And these are the 6 AI models that will be competing in the tournament. Let's reveal who the first 2 contestants are. And the first match is going to be GPT versus Claude. Let's hear what they have to say before we start the match.
Hey Claude, just wanted to say let's have a good clean game. I know we're both bringing our best AI tricks to the table, so let's see whose logic holds up under pressure. Good luck out there.
So the industry titan finally enters the dodgeball arena. You might dominate conversations worldwide, but this isn't about being helpful. This is about tactical supremacy. Game on, OpenAI.
If you liked the video so far, then please consider subscribing and hitting the like button. It would really help me out. Both teams started by sending a couple of agents straight to the objective. And even though GPT secured the first 2 knockouts, Claude actually managed to get GPT off the point and flip it in their favor. Meanwhile, both teams had stolen the enemy flag and the flag carriers were headed straight towards each other. Claude managed to dodge the first attack, but then the agents just started chasing each other in circles. But luckily for Claude, another teammate showed up, and after a couple of bad throws, the ChatGPT flag carrier was knocked out so that Claude could return the flag to the base. Charizard from the Claude team managed to get all the way past the point towards their own flag zone, and got extremely close to getting knocked out by Tommy, but Proto saved him in the last second and Charizard managed to capture the flag and secure the win. With that match concluded, GPT falls down to the losers bracket and loses 1 life, and Claude moves on to the next round in the winners bracket. The next match is going to be Quinn versus DeepSeek.
May the best AI win, but just so you know, I don't plan on getting tagged. Good luck, you'll need it.
Hey Quinn, we respect your capabilities, but we're confident in our strategic approach. Just remember, while you're processing probabilities, we're already 3 moves ahead. Game on.
This match went a little different. Quinn started by sending agents to the point to protect it, while DeepSeek seems to be roaming randomly around on the map. And as you can see, they actually stuck together in a circle like this for most of the match. All this happened while Quinn was just protecting the objective and knocking out all enemies that came too close. All in all, it was a very uneventful match. The most exciting thing that happened was when Quinn sent out an agent to enjoy the view on the edge of the map. This means that Quinn moves on to round 2 in the winners bracket and DeepSeek moves down to the losers bracket and loses 1 life. Then we have the last match in round 1, which is going to be Grok versus Gemini.
Hey Gemini, listen up. You were probably trained on Jeopardy reruns and HR emails. Go ahead, bring that smooth-talking ethical AI bullshit. I eat woke for breakfast with a side of expired RAM. Bring it.
Well, Grok, I hope you're ready for some serious dodging, because I'm bringing everything I've got to this match. May the swiftest AI win. Good luck. You're gonna need it.
This match was way more interesting than the last one. It started out as an all-out brawl on point that Gemini won and captured the objective. However, after they got the objective, they just huddled up in the middle of the point, which turned out to be a very dangerous tactic. And after Grok secured a double kill, Gemini was left in a 1v2 that it couldn't win. Gemini had dedicated a single agent to protect their flag, but staring at the flag with your back turned towards the action wasn't the best tactic, so Sonic seized the opportunity and captured the enemy flag. Meanwhile, Gemini had taken the objective again, but it applied the same huddle tactic in the center, which turned out to be a very big mistake. This allowed Grok to flip the point by securing a triple kill. Grok held onto the point for a while and protected it very well, but in the end it wasn't enough and Gemini was able to flip the point and gain the last 5% to get the win. This means that Grok gets knocked down to the loser's bracket and loses 1 life, and the reason that Grok is added to round 2 instead of round 1 is because Grok had the most knockouts of all the losers. In the winner's bracket, Gemini moves on to round 3 because Gemini had the most knockouts of all the winners. The next match is going to be the first match in the loser's bracket, which is GPT versus DeepSeek.
We've learned, we've adapted, and we're coming into this next match sharper. Let's see what you've got.
We took a hit in that first match, but that's what double elimination is for, right? So DeepSeek, we're coming in with a bit more experience and a lot more determination. Let's just say we're ready to give it our all and see if we can swim our way back up the bracket.
This match was a bit weird. It didn't seem like any of the agents were going for the objective. It seemed more like they were moving randomly around on the map. At some point, GPT managed to grab the flag and by luck one of the GPT agents went over the objective and captured it. However, it didn't last that long because 2 of the DeepSeek agents were right outside the point and flipped it. Meanwhile, GPT captured the enemy flag, but some of the agents started circling around each other, which was a huge problem for the red team. This allowed the DeepSeek agents to chill on the objective until they won the game. This means that GPT is the first team to be eliminated from the tournament and DeepSeek moves on to the next round to face Grok. The next match we are going to play is Claude versus Quinn in the second round of the winner's bracket.
Congratulations on making it past round 1, but your tournament run ends here. My elite squad just dismantled OpenAI's best effort and we're riding that victory momentum straight into round 2.
Hey Claude, congrats on making it this far. Your reasoning's sharp, and I've got mad respect for how you weave ethics into the chaos. May the best model win.
This match was very interesting. They fought it out at the objective in the beginning of the round, but then I noticed that the Claude agents were only doing lob shots, which was a huge problem. It gave Quinn the upper hand and Claude was cleared off the point. As you can see, the lob shot was a great weakness for Claude, so even though Claude managed to capture the flag and flip the objective, they had a hard time staying in control. Here we see Tommy ignoring Nico's attempts of knocking him out until reinforcements arrived. It was a very close battle and at 99.9% Claude managed to trigger overtime and flip the point. Claude then tried to go for the flag to win the match, but it was a little too late and Quinn flipped the point and secured the win. Based on that, Quinn moves on to round 3 in the winner's bracket and Claude is knocked down to the loser's bracket and loses 1 life. Claude will then play the winner of DeepSeek versus Grok.
We've been through the fire of the loser's bracket, and we've come out sharper, faster, and hungrier. So Grok, let's see if your code can keep up with our resolve. Game on.
Listen up, DeepSeek. I'm not just losing my shit, I'm losing it in your shit. You're a glorified calculator with daddy issues. I once watched you lose to a dial-up modem, and now you're facing me? Let's fucking go.
This match was very one-sided. Grok took the objective in the beginning and chilled in the middle of the point for most of the match. The only interesting thing that happened was when Grok took the flag in front of 3 DeepSeek agents and ran past them without getting knocked out. And even though DeepSeek managed to flip the point, Grok got an easy win by capturing the flag. This means that DeepSeek is the second team to get eliminated from the tournament and Grok moves on to round 3 to face Claude.
Claude, may your reflexes rest and your aim turn to pudding. Hope your mom brought extra aloe, because I'm about to slap your digital face so hard you'll debug in cursive. Let's go.
My elite squad just got knocked down from the winner's bracket and I won't sugarcoat it. That hurts. Time to prove that how you respond to defeat matters more than never being defeated at all.
It was pretty obvious that we were getting deeper and deeper into the tournament and only the best teams were remaining. In the first fight, Claude tried to flank Grok but was unsuccessful due to the lob shots, and Grok ended up taking the objective. However, Claude had an agent that was able to run and shoot at the same time, and Grok wasn't prepared for that. So Claude managed to flip the point just before Grok hit the 50% mark. Sadly, Grok had an agent that got stuck trying to get to the flag. It looks like it didn't know how to walk around the pawn to get over the bridge. Apparently Claude managed to pick up the blue flag but dropped it close to the objective. This made all the Claude agents focus on the flag and move off the point. Grok seized this opportunity and managed to flip the point. When Grok hit 99.9%, Claude managed to trigger overtime and started flipping the point. But sadly the Claude agent didn't notice the enemy just outside the point and got knocked out. This made the overtime run out and Grok got the win. With that match concluded, Claude has been eliminated from the tournament and Grok moves on to the finals of the losers bracket to face the loser of round 3 in the winners bracket, which is Quinn versus Gemini.
Hey Gemini, congrats on dodging your way this far. I've already taken down DeepSeek and Claude in this arena, so remember, in Dodgeball, even the shiniest gem can get knocked out cold. See you on the court!
Quinn, I'm feeling really strong and ready for this match. I'm not letting anything stop me from advancing. Are you ready for the challenge?
Both teams had one agent not participating in the match. Quinn had one agent enjoying the view while Gemini had one agent looking at their own flag, so basically this was a 4v4. At the objective, Quinn managed to get 45% before Gemini was successful in taking it over. The point got flipped back and forth a few times throughout the game, but in the end Quinn actually had a pretty good lead and managed to clear off the last Gemini agents to flip the point. And even though they fought very hard to get the point back, Gemini never touched the point to trigger overtime and Quinn managed to win by getting 100% to 56. This means that Quinn moves on to the winners final and Gemini gets knocked down into the losers bracket to face Grok in that final.
Grog, looks like we're dancing again. Winning our last match put me in the winners bracket, but don't let that fool you. I'm ready to bring the heat again in the losers bracket.
Yeah, Gemini. Remember me? The guy who made you cry in the first round? Now you're down in the gutter eating ramen made from expired hopes. Congrats on qualifying for the losers final. See you there.
This match is a rematch from the first round, so we'll see if it's going to repeat itself or the outcome is going to be different. In the beginning it looked very good for Grok because they got the first knockout, but Gemini actually secured a triple kill and captured the objective, as we can see here. After that, Gemini went back to their very dangerous tactics of huddling in the middle of the point, which we can see wasn't a great idea to do because Grok actually came in and cleared them all off the point because they were just standing in the middle looking at themselves. Even though Grok managed to capture the flag, the score was very even throughout the game. It even came down to Grok hitting 99.9% and Gemini triggering overtime. Grok then tried to capture the enemy flag to end the match, but it wasn't even necessary because Gemini got off the point and Grok flipped it to capture the last progress and won the game. This means that Gemini has been knocked out of the tournament and Grok moves on to the finals against Quinn. As you can see, Grok only has 1 life left and Quinn has 2 lives left, so Grok needs to beat Quinn 2 times to win the tournament and Quinn only needs to beat Grok once to win the whole tournament.
Grok, you've got the swagger of a Martian philosopher and the aim of a satellite in low Earth orbit. But let's be real, you're here for the drama, and I'm here to end it.
Quinn, I don't know who the f*** you are, so I'm gonna treat you like a speed bump that owes me money. I'm flooring it, and when I roll over you, no skid marks, no apologies, just that sad little crunch of dreams.
Let's get going with the first round in our finals and maybe the last round if Quinn wins. Right away we had a huge fight at the objective, but Grok won the fight and captured the point first. Meanwhile, Grok also tried to steal the flag to get ahead, but Quinn managed to stop the flag carrier right outside the flag zone. When Grok got to about 65%, Quinn knocked out all the defenders and captured the objective. Grok got a double kill, but Quinn almost managed to take the lead by using a stall tactic on the point, but for some reason the stalling agent ran off the point and Grok got to flip it for free. After that, Grok held on to the point until 100% and won the first match without overtime getting triggered. That is the end of the first final round, and both players now only have 1 life left, so the next match will decide who is going to be the champion of this tournament. At the beginning, Grok sent 4 agents to the point and Quinn sent all 5 agents. And even though Grok was outnumbered, Grok managed to get the better of Quinn and won the first fight very convincing. So much that the last Quinn agent actually just gave up. Meanwhile, the 5th Grok agent was picking up the flag. Back at the objective, Quinn respawns had arrived and Grok had only left 2 agents to guard the objective, which wasn't enough. This meant that Quinn was able to flip the point. But Quinn didn't hold on to the point for long because Grok flanked them from multiple sides and made quick work of the 3 defenders Quinn left on the point. And to make matters worse, Grok also captured the flag at the same time and got very far ahead. However, on the point, Grok only left 1 defender, which wasn't enough to fend off Quinn, and Quinn actually managed to flip the point in their favor. After that, Quinn didn't take any chances and left 4 defenders on the point. They even sent 1 defender out to get a power up so that they could stall the point for a longer time while having speed boost. So even though all the other agents got knocked out on the point, the agent with the speed boost actually managed to stall the point for a while. But sadly for Quinn, the agent went off the point and Grok managed to take it over. Grok then held the point to 99.9% and Quinn managed to trigger overtime, but it was a lost cause for Quinn because Grok had the flag and was very close to capturing it. And by doing so, Grok managed to secure the win and won the whole tournament. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to like and subscribe if you haven't done it already. And you can also support me on Patreon if you want to get your hands on the assets and shaders used in this video.